concerned about Relic's status and him possibly not playing this week?
No.
What's keeping Domani out?
An injury. Yeah, not ready yet. He's close. Maybe ready this week. We'll see if he can do anything in the next few days. He's really close, but not quite ready yet.
So that means Relic will play this week?
We'll see. I mean, it's Tuesday, man. You know, I mean, it's Tuesday. I gotta see how these guys evolve. He's able to do quite a bit with us today. If he keeps progressing, I would expect him to play, but we'll see.
How do you feel about his debut, just in general?
He was pretty solid. Made some plays. Did a good job operating the rest of the offense. He continues to get more and more comfortable with the rest of our stuff, and I mean, you see some of the explosion, natural ability he has in the open field. Took care of the ball. Didn't make no mistakes, so I thought it was pretty good first session for him.
Did that split in terms of who got the carries kind of work out the way you guys were hoping, or I
don't say hoping. It wasn't as we planned. I mean, love it. I'll take it every week. You don't always plan on getting 3 pick sixes, you know, and that changed a little bit of the flow of the rotation. I mean, the ones ended up really not taking a whole lot of reps. I mean, really compared to a normal game. So we'll take it again this week. I promise you.
Was there an urge to hold back on what you showed playbook-wise with the conference game looming in the second week?
I don't know. I don't put much stock into that. I mean, we need to get better. We got to continue to play better. Every week's different. Every matchup's different. Every situation's different. We're just in the moment. I've just never really looked at it that way. Trying to do the best you can. We only get 12 of these things, so. You know, we went out with what we thought was the best plan against Rice, and guys executed it. We'll try to do the same this week.
You saw Dejan with the cast on his arm. Are you expecting him to be out a while?
Yeah, no, not a while. No, he's bounced back quick. Another guy that we're hopeful can do something for us this week, if not next.
So Tyrone step in and get a sack.
Yep.
How do you feel just about his development, his place?
He's done a good job. Tyrone's been a good surprise. And I say surprise, that's not the right word for it. He really has stepped up. He's been a much better player. We felt in fall camp than he was in the spring. Really taking some steps. Did a nice job in the game. Obviously had the big sack. Sakona came in and did some nice things. You know, up front, I mean, we're rotating a lot of players. We're giving a lot of guys opportunities, and guys, you're starting to see some guys step up and make the most of it. Tyrone's certainly been towards the front of the list there.
Well, when you have to look at the film, who popped out that you maybe didn't notice during the game?
Oh man, I mean, I liked how we played on the defensive front in the second half. You know, for sure. I thought our linebackers did some really good things. You know, both. I mean, I know Shane, but I thought Eric had a lot of really nice plays as well. You know, those guys. I would say the defensive front in the second half, and I'd say the inside linebackers as a whole were really solid. They, you know, made some explosive plays. You know, against a group that gives you a lot of different looks.
What did you think of the left tackle spot, the rotation there?
I thought they both played well. You know, again, it wasn't a ton of snaps. But I thought they both handled it well. You know, we thought it was a winning effort from both of those guys. You know, what we hoped it would be. Obviously, as time goes on, you're probably going to get more snaps and more opportunity to look at them. But neither one of them hurt themselves by any stretch. And I think both showed, you know, why they're going to both be in the mix. And then we'll just see how this thing evolves throughout the year.
Is the goal still ultimately to pick a guy?
I don't know if it's a goal. I mean, I think you just got to let it play out. I mean, there's benefits to both. We know we're going to need more than 5 offensive linemen this year, and so, you know, whether it's playing multiple guys there, or whether it's, you know, somebody goes down and you got to slide people around. I mean, there's going to be value. Positives and negatives of both. If it works out where somebody separates himself, that's great. My hope is somebody just starts, you know, somebody's playing unbelievable, another one's still playing really good, and that's the separation. And right now that's what it would take, because they're both playing pretty good, and we want them to step up and play great.
So there's a chance you could continue with both kind of back switching drives?
Oh, there's always a chance. Always a chance.
Traveling up north for your first Pac-12 matchup, going against David Shaw, how are you kind of approaching that coaching matchup?
Oh, we're excited. Coaching matchup, I mean, it's just trying to get our team ready. But we're excited about going and playing on the road. First conference game. It's as a program, you want to be championship level. You got to embrace going and playing on the road. And these conference road games are like gold. I mean, they're you know, you gotta be ready to bring your very best. That's what it takes on the road, and that's what it'll take this Saturday.
Defensively, just given that, you know, 3 pick sixes is not something you necessarily can expect. What are some of the things you saw on film that you would like, to build on or replicate it? Just specifically, maybe even when it comes to Stanford in that matchup.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to be clean in the run game. I mean, that's obviously they present a lot of different challenges that way. And we had some moments in this last game where we were, and some moments where we weren't. We'll need to be more consistent there. And then on top of it, where they present challenges is you're facing a really high-level quarterback on top of it, and so coverage has got to be sharp. Guys have got to do a great job. Getting pressure on them. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of everybody, and you got to play great team defense against a group like this because they can obviously hurt you both ways.
What was it about Relief that really stood out? Maybe even the first time we saw him as a recruit.
He came up as a freshman and worked out for us at a summer camp, and we'd heard about him and seen his tape, and he came up and worked out for us, and it was with Jalen Hurts at the time, and Jalen was out there watching, and Jalen was hoping we could sign him then, and Jalen was disappointed when I told him he was a freshman in high school. And to this day, Jalen still asks me about him. We got a pretty early introduction, and he just put on a show, and you could tell athletically he was a little bit different.
Your corners didn't get tested too much last week. They will this week. What do you know about that spot yet, or is it still really going to be up in the air until you see it in action?
No, I think Blackman and Sierra have really done a nice job. I mean, we talked a lot about Sierra's progress and thought that continued into the game. Blackman's been very steady for us, and I think has really solidified himself as our top corner at this point in time. And so we're still looking at those rotations. Who else we're going to play, who else can be in there, and we've got several that we think that can. And so we're going to need many, obviously, as this thing goes on. We've got a few guys that are banged up that we want to get back and get in the rotation.
What do you think when Kalen Bullock chased down that long run? I know he ended that drive at the pick six.
Yeah, I mean, obviously happy that he got him, but I think more happy that the defense. Do you say poor me, or do you recognize that as an opportunity to get off the field? And we did. We recognized it as an opportunity to get off the field. We're able to force a third down, and then obviously make the big play on third down. So awesome to make the play. We expect it. It was phenomenal, but to capitalize on it was huge for us.
Is that just the kind of big play you come to expect out of Kalen from that spot?
No question. He's a playmaker. He's there all the time. He's always around the ball, extremely active. So very proud of the way that he's played. And yeah, no shock to see him go in and make a lot of big plays.
That challenge on third down on the pass interference call did you see that, or did that come from upstairs?
A couple of us saw it on the field and confirmed upstairs that we felt like the ball had been tipped. And